Fighting out of the blue, Levander Body Shop corner, a freestyle fighter, standing 5'8", weighing in at 160. Fighting out of Imperial, Nebraska, with the record of 0-1, Abraham Ramos. Fighting out of the red shaving sanitation corner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artist, standing 5'10", weighing in at 161, out of Scotts Bluff, Nebraska, with the record of 0-0, Kenny McLaughlin.
All right, guys, coming to us out of the red corner, we got Kenny Mekolon out of Scotts Bluff, Nebraska. Out of the blue corner, Abraham Ramos out of Imperial, Nebraska. This bout will take place at the lightweight division of 155 pounds. One thing I'd like to make a note of, Abraham Ramos, he took his first fight here in North Platte, and he fought a guy named Cody Kessler and took one of the biggest beatings I've ever seen and went nowhere for 3 rounds. The referee finally stepped in and mercifully stopped it, but I'm telling you right now, Ramos is tougher than a $2 steak.
Yeah,
and we've got a good throwdown fight right here, guys. Coming right up the middle with straight rights, and then he's countering with hooks, moving, good footwork. We're going to have a brawl.
It's the battle of the Panhandle right here. Isn't it Imperial out there around Scotts Bluff somewhere?
Yes, sir, it is.
These guys have probably got to be a little bit familiar with each other.
All right, here we go. Big right hand.
Chins,
and a big left hook.
And he's hurt.
Coming from Ramos. Let's see if he can capitalize. Big leg kick.
McKinnon recovers well. He needs to keep that chin down.
Ooh, chins are high. That's what I was going to say. Both of them got their chins rocking real high.
Just a little bit of head movement and a little bit more footwork could help these guys out both.
Oh, big right hand coming from Ramos. And Kenny is going nowhere. He's standing his ground and ready to throw back.
This is an awesome fight. This is what gets the crowd. This is what the crowd comes to see right here, guys. 2 guys willing to stand in front of each other and throw some blows.
All right, here we go. Another big leg kick coming from Ramos.
We got some blood coming out of Ramos' nose.
Leg kick from McCollum.
Like to see him set that up.
Oh, another big right hook coming from Ramos. And still Kenny doesn't back up. He holds his ground with an overhand right of his own.
Kenny, when they announced him, said he was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu expert. You know, some of them right hands he's eating might be a time to
big jab, right hook by Ramos.
Dip into that bag of tricks that he has there.
Agreed. I thought we might see him shoot for an early takedown, but maybe he wants to experiment with his hands.
Well, if he spends the next minute and 7 seconds taking haymakers like that, he might want to look for a single leg, boys.
Agreed.
Right. I'm all about working hands, but you start.
Those leg kicks are heavy from Ramos.
Like to see them both start checking those kicks.
There's a nice little combo back from Kenny. He's not going anywhere.
He is breathing heavy, though. That mouth is open.
You know, we all talked about, all of us started fighting back more than 10 years ago, and we talked about earlier today about how it used to be kind of like the Wild Wild West out here. This fight definitely reminiscent of those, you know, Northwest Fight Club, Tri-State cage fighting days, you know?
Oh, yeah, the winner of this fight, they'd probably want him to fight again later in the night, you know? Be like, man, you won. You're tough. Man, we need you to fight again. Those are some good punches that Kenny's throwing back. So.
And Kenny's doing a good job. Even though he's taking the bigger shots, he's still moving forward. He's still pushing Ramos back.
These are the types of fights that I'd like to see guys have as amateurs as well. A lot of these guys come out and they finish fights early. They spend their whole career never getting through a round. I'd like to see both of these guys, you know, continue on and keep trying to push the pace.
All right, so I'm going to ask both of you guys. Here we are, third fight of the evening. Abraham Ramos, Kenny Mekolon. We got ourselves a good old schoolyard brawl here, okay? Who do you guys have taking the first round?
Ramos with those power shots, I think, they had to give it to him.
The power shots, and he also eluded everything that McKinnon was throwing at him. He had some shots along the way, but he had more head movement and defense.
You never know what these judges see, though, you know, because Ramos, as Snoop Dogg would say, he's leaking right now.
He's the bloody lump on the stool.
Yep.
And we got Kenny Mekolon, first-time fighter over here, smiling, laughing with his coach, ready to throw his mouthpiece back in and get ready to put back hands on somebody, you know?
And also, all of us being old school guys, we're aware that there's guys out there that want to take a few shots like that before they turn on and get going.
I was never one of those.
Second round.
I never wanted to take a shot like that.
I was.
Ramos, he liked to get hit first. kind of guys like Forrest Griffith, you know, they got to get beat up a little bit before they're awake.
All right, here we go. Joe's bringing him out to the start of round 2.
No touching
No
gloves.
touch gloves. We're just going to get to it. Ramos comes back,
You know-
hitting the bottom stairs heavy.
A good counter from Kenny on those leg kicks would get him a long ways, too. Both of them throw right hand.
Big right hand. He's backed him up, and he's rocked Ramos. Kenny Mekolon is pouring it on against the fence.
Look at him throw back.
And he's coming right back
And
at him.
Ramos is swinging for the fences. We got the shootout at the OK Corral.
Hands by his side, says, let's go, let's go.
All right, back to the center. Both guys kind of trying to figure out the distance, figure out what they're going to do next, and Ramos is happy to continue chopping the bottom of that tree down.
You know, surprised to not hear these cornermen telling them to counter with the right hand. My best performance ever was because guys were throwing kicks without setting them up.
What do you do with a guy when you hit him with everything you got and they're still standing in front of you? You know, I fought a tough William Joplin out of Missouri, man, and I was tagging this kid up, and he looked at me and said, you hit, I won't say the words on here, but called me a female dog. And it really messed with me the rest of the fight.
Here we go, bombs again.
You know, you throw your best punch at somebody and they're still there, it gets in your head a little bit. But both of these guys are, you know, great fight.
We've got about 1:40 left in round number 2 here. Oh, big overhand right from Ramos.
Blocked it partially.
It looked like he blocked it, I agree.
It's still going to send that shockwave through your head. Great. Oh, that one hurt
And
him.
that leg kick hurt McKellen.
I'd rather be kicked in the face than kicked in the leg like that, guys.
Agreed.
I ain't even lying. Let's press it. Somebody push forward.
If I'm McKellen, I am or if I'm, Ramos, I am going nonstop on that leg.
Double it
until
up.
the tree comes down.
Double that leg kick up, throw a punch afterwards. He's done. Oh,
Big head
stairs.
from Abraham Ramos, but still, Kenny is going nowhere and marching him down.
He doesn't look hurt. He doesn't look fazed by anything. The leg kick looks to be bothering him a little bit. He's having troubles putting weight on that, but the headshots, I mean, he can take them all day, it looks like. Oh,
Beautiful uppercut.
See, right there.
from
Uppercut,
Abraham
left
Ramos.
hook. Smile on his face.
Back to the leg.
And Ramos was nearly KO'd at the beginning of this round. What a recovery.
And at the beginning of the first round.
Well, like I said, guys, I testified to the toughness of this kid. I haven't seen Kenny. I think if I see him in the cage here in North Platte again, I'm going to be saying the same thing about this guy.
Agreed.
You can go to probably 20 fights, amateur fights, and not see a fight like this at an amateur scene. These guys, I mean, they're not the most technical at times, but they're not horrible either. I mean, they're both got their hands up throwing nice shots at each other. I mean, for Russ Jones, MCF to come up with a fight
Big
like
head
this,
kick again from
it's
Ramos.
great.
As we look to finish the round here in 2 and 1,
Leg
we'll
kick
head back
after
to our
leg
opposing
kick.
corners. And I
What a
gotta
great
imagine, Anthony, that McCollum's corner is going to be begging for him to start checking that leg kick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or a takedown. He's
Yeah.
the jiu-jitsu guy. Now it's time to take him down and win the fight, guys. We're down 2 rounds here. Probably, in my opinion, if I'm a judge, I got him down 2 rounds.
And as Obi touched on, you know, different judges, different states look at everything differently. You know, with a stand-up war like this, we could be looking at, you know, a round apiece, 2 rounds to 1, you know, or you don't know. So a takedown in this round could win the fight theoretically.
Correct. You like the judges, they always say never leave it in the judges' hands, and they say it for a reason. And judges are people too. They see things how they see them sometimes. It's like Ramos was leaking blood in the first round. They could see that as more damage, give him the round. But here we go again, guys. Grab your seats and hold on. Don't blink.
Yeah, like Chad said, grab your popcorn if you're watching live on MMA Futures at home, as we've got Abraham Ramos and Kenny Mekolon heading into the 3rd round of what's been an absolute war.
Man, I hope they wrap their hands well.
They're throwing them heavy leather at the head right there.
And the chins are still up. That both of these guys need to work on that in the future.
You know, one of these guys, I believe, was 0-1, and the other one is 0-0. They're going to get very good from here. I mean, to have a fight like this for your first, second fight, I mean...
And this is the kind of fight that you have that even if you decide this isn't for you, you will never forget stepping in the cage and going to war with another grown man on that night.
Absolutely.
Right? And they're only going to get better from here. They're going to learn to clean everything up. So So I mean, you can't coach toughness like this, guys. It's born into you.
Ramos looked for the head kick, and then he's going back to that lead leg.
Like Chad brought to my attention earlier, I'd love to see Ramos start doubling up on that leg kick instead of just throwing it one at a time. Looks like he took a big shot to the elbow, possibly hyperextended his elbow with that body kick.
We got Kenny's got his mouth. Well, I guess Abraham, they both got their mouths open a little bit. They're starting to gas here in the third round, but still throwing hard. Right there in the middle of the cage, neither's back. There's a big head kick.
And he's going upstairs, and that is where, after he misses those head kicks, either a big right hand or a level change is what we need to see out of Mekolon.
Yeah, Kenny missed his window right there on that big kick miss. I'd still like to see that jiu-jitsu that they said at the beginning of the fight.
Well, he's got about 1 minute and 25 seconds to try and import.
Yeah, he'd have to take him down. I mean, there's no clear winner in this round right now, so a takedown could steal the fight away.
I still have Ramos winning the first and second round.
I would agree with you, yeah.
You know, so I think even if Mekolon at this point, as we enter the last 60 seconds of round number 3 and what's been just an absolute barn burner, I still think Mekolon's going to come up a little short on the scorecard.
He's got good pressure here. This looks like he's trying to set up an elbow here. Yeah, I
nice
called that.
Elbow, nice elbow.
Sir. That's just like I called that a punt return for Nebraska today. I called that out. Good time for a kick return, good time for an elbow.
And they work back off the cage.
Kenny's more tired now. He's backing away a little bit.
The way that he is blocking that leg kick, he can't pick that leg up anymore. That head kick is open all day.
It's going to be bruised tomorrow.
Well, at this point, he's throwing his hand and his arm in front of his leg to stop a leg kick. He's going to end, he can very easily end up with a broken arm.
Yeah,
those kicks are, and here we go!
Oh, here we go!
Theatrics, and these guys are going to give us 15 seconds.
Fireworks all the way to the
fireworks
end,
as we close out the third and final round.
The accuracy on these two in these exchanges, their eyes are open.
It's going nowhere as we head into the final bout.
Kenny with a late second takedown attempt. Too little too late though, I think, but what a great fight there for the North Platte fight fans.
This is one of those fights where neither men lost, in my opinion. What a great fight. Great showing from both of these men.
Somebody buy those guys a beer.
Kenny better hope that he's got a significant other at home or somewhere tomorrow to help him get stuff, because he's not going to want to get off the couch with that leg.
He's going to have trouble walking out of here after the event's over.
Right, that's why I always loved having a wife through all these years, a loving wife. If the next day, I always had somebody to pamper me, take care of me.
Dude, I'm from here. My family's a fight family. They were all hammered. I was the DD on the way home from all my fights.
Every time I come over here, I try and have the after party at your house, and it gets to be an ongoing joke where if I see your wife, I'm going to ask her here.
Yeah, and I think you're the only one who could talk her into it, Obi.
I don't know. The last couple times she said no, so we had to venture over to the young stud Ryan's house. After last time we were here, after he beat me up, we ended up over there. Some good times.
Yeah, we don't do that no more. Not at all. We're going to have this Halloween party afterwards. What are you dressed as, Obi?
I just came as Obi. That's scary enough.
I agree.
You know what, guys? Harmon Profit has been over there with the commission for some time now.
That's scary.
That usually kind of indicates to me that we're probably going to see a split decision here.
Yep, which I don't see. You know, I think Ramos definitely won rounds 1 and 2. And the third round could have probably
Ladies
went
and
either way, I
gentlemen,
can see.
by unanimous decision, all 3 judges scored 30-27 for Abraham Ramos.
Ramos with his first MMA victory tonight.